And greetings and salutations, everyone. You've tuned into again to On Air with Walt, and we have a very, very special guest today. We've got Chris, who is in charge of the Committee of 300, which is involved with the Long Beach Grand Prix. And this year, it's a really big deal. It's going international. It's going to be broadcast live on TV. And basically, it's the U.S. version of the race in Monaco. So Chris is the president-elect of the Committee of 300, been around for 51 years to support the Long Beach Grand Prix, and we're going to be having a great discussion here. So stay tuned. First off, Chris, when is the Long Beach Grand Prix?
It's in April, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. We'll be starting the fun.
Can't wait. Perfect weather. I went last year, and it was a blast. And this year, my understanding is Penske's involved, which is obviously a large organization. So I know that's going to be a lot of more involvements, and that's one of the reasons why it's going international this year. So how long have you been involved with the Committee of 300?
I've been with the committee 25 years. So
Wow.
this will be my 25th race in a row, except for the COVID year where we were forced to cancel. But outside of that, 25 years in a row.
Well, you're one of the major veterans then.
Yeah, absolutely. This is true. I've seen a lot of things over the years. For me, the greatest part of this has always been the race. The committee does a lot of other things within the community throughout the year. You know, we're a 501c4 nonprofit organization, so we're very involved with community events and the YMCA and things of that nature. And we promote the race throughout the year as well.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah. So the committee started back when the Grand Prix started back in 1975, and we've been together ever since.
And I've read articles, and back then, initially, everybody thought Long Beach was nuts to do this because obviously it takes over the whole town, especially on the coast and Ocean Boulevard, for those of you that are familiar with Long Beach. And, you can hear those cars from quite a far away. They're not quiet. And I understand there's going to be 3 races. Last year, the noisiest one was the truck race.
Yeah. The trucks are always fun. They set up those ramps.
And they have ramps to jump over. Yeah.
Yeah, on Shoreline Drive, which is the front straight. And man, those guys hit those jumps and just set sail. It's really fun to watch.
And they have a lot of stands. I mean, do you know how many stands there are for how many people can watch live? The stands?
Well, we have 15 grandstands.
Okay.
That we manage. And that's primarily what we do for the Grand Prix during race weekend is we manage the grandstands. We have ushers set up at the entrances. They check, your tickets as you walk up, make sure you're in the right place, point you in the direction of your seat. And we manage all 15. And along with that, we're considered they call us the red coats.
Red coats. Yes. Everybody wears a red coat. Yep.
Yeah, or the red shirts like this, the red polo shirts.
Yep.
And so we become. They look. It's pretty neat because the fans actually expect to see us every year when they come to the race as well. So we manage the grandstands. We also have a hospitality area. The Club
yes, you 300. Do. A lot of food and alcohol.
Yeah, there's plenty of alcohol. Live music. We have several big screen TV monitors set up so you don't miss any of the race action. And several other things go on throughout the weekend inside Club 300. And that's located right behind Grandstand 24 on the grass.
Grandstand 24.
So it's a great location. And it's a good place to cool off from the sun. Take a little break if you need to throughout the day. Because if it's sunny out, it gets hot out there after a while. So it's a great place to kick back.
And it's in April, so it's not going to be radically hot, but it's going to be, perfect weather.
Probably.
Because I don't think it's rained, but I don't know. I think one race or so it rained. So
that's about it. And what a year that was! I remember that year. It was torrential.
My only complaint about the whole race, which has nothing to do with the race at all, was parking. Parking in Long Beach during this is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it's well, like any major sporting event,
Yeah,
it's
it's
difficult.
just
I would suggest people make their arrangements for parking early if you can, so you know where you're going when you get into town. That's your best bet. Otherwise, it can get complicated.
so. Just to alert people on Chris's screen, there is a QR code there. It is live,
Yeah.
and if you want to click on that to find out more about it, I'm going to give the number of one, or you can actually call a number if you don't want to play with your computer. 949-922-7949. If you want to volunteer, they need a lot of volunteers, about what, 150?
Yeah, well, yeah, somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, it takes a lot of people to put this on, and we have members and volunteers combined. It takes about 150 of us. Yeah,
I
so we
last year I sat in an information booth. It was a lot of fun.
uh-huh. So yeah, we are actively. This is our time of year for our annual membership drive, just before the race. So we are looking for new members, or not everybody can commit the time to that, which is fine. So we also look for volunteers just for race weekend. It's a great way for anybody that's a race fan, but wants to get on the inside of the system of things. Have a front row seat to all of it and help set it up and be part of that. This is a great way to do it. It's an avenue straight in, um, and it's just a heck of a great time. It's 3 days of racing and concerts, and this race isn't like any others. Normally, when you go to a race, you watch the race, and you go home. Right at the end of the day. In Long Beach, it is literally a 3 day extravaganza, and there's racing and concerts and a lot of there's a fun zone for kids and families and vendors, of course, everywhere. Uh, so there's really something for everyone.
There really is, and I understand with Penske more involved, there were a few big screens, but my understanding they're going to expand that, so more people
Yeah,
can actually see the race, if you will.
yeah. Well, last year they put up a huge hospitality area for
They did,
Acura, the title sponsor.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and Acura's involved as well.
yeah. Well, they're the title sponsor now, so they're very involved. But yeah, they put up a huge hospitality suite above Grandstand 27. This year, I understand there's another big one going up over Pit Row, which is directly across the
Oh
track.
wow,
Yeah,
wow,
so
awesome, awesome.
yeah, so things are growing with that with between Acura and the Penske people. Um, we're going to grow exponentially, probably, literally. So that hopefully will open a lot of opportunities for us and others who are involved with the race.
I know there's a fundraiser. The location isn't quite nailed down yet on February 25th
Hmm.
at a restaurant in Long Beach. You can come and hear more about it and eat some great food. And if it's a restaurant, I
Yeah,
think it is. It's a fabulous restaurant.
yeah, it's our annual kickoff party,
Yep.
which is our membership drive. It is on the 25th. We don't quite have the venue nailed down yet, but people can call the number on the poster behind me that I think you just shared with everybody for more details, because we just don't have the venue quite yet. But yeah, that's a great way to check us out, see what we do firsthand, get to meet us, and see if you think you'd be a good fit.
Well, I don't. I think anybody who is a racing enthusiast in any way, shape, or form, um, is it, could we do that now? Is Porsche coming as well on board this year?
Yeah, actually, there are 6 races
Wow, six.
throughout the
Oh
weekend.
wow,
Yeah, there's
wow.
6. So there's a heck of a lot going on, and when you consider that with each race, they have practice sessions and qualifying sessions. So there are cars on the track almost nonstop throughout the 3 day weekend. So there's a lot of action going on. But what's different about this race, I think, is that there are other things going on too. So a lot of the fans that come aren't necessarily race fans. Some come for the other events, the concerts, or maybe just for people watching, or the spectacle of a huge event like this. There are a lot of different reasons people come. Of course, the majority are race fans, of course, and there is plenty of action for any race fan. And yes, the Porsche Cup will be held here this year as well.
So the Porsche Cup. So that oh, wow. So that's going to be basically Porsche's doing their race as well. So wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's the Porsche Cup. We've got the trucks, of course.
Yeah,
Uh,
those trucks are amazing.
yeah, they're just, and when they come around the corner on three wheels, like they're going to tip over, but they don't. Those guys are good, and it's
And they
just
get
a
some
blast
serious
to
air
go.
when they go up those ramps too.
They do. They really do. So there's those guys. IMSA will be here. Um, uh, Formula Drift, of course, they're here as well.
Now,
Now
what's the
their main
Formula
event
Drift?
is the weekend before, but they spend some time with us uh, and put on quite a show as well at different times throughout the weekend. Yeah, the Carrera Cup North America, the trucks, and of course the main race on Sunday, which is the IndyCar race.
Right. And what time does
And
that start?
that starts at 2 o'clock. They pushed it
Two.
back a little bit
Two Pacific.
on the time a little this year, I think, for television,
Right.
because the race will be televised by Fox in its
Okay.
entirety. So
Okay.
I think to get that on the TV schedule, they had to push back the start time.
Now, was it broadcast last year?
It was, I think it was on a smaller
Yeah, I think.
network
Well, it's really going mainstream now.
oh, absolutely,
That's
yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
And I understand there's also going to be a B-1 bomber jet flyover
The flyover, yeah,
with some skydiving and flags, of course.
yeah. The the Red Bull jumpers, I call them. Yeah,
Red Bull jumpers.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
those guys jump, and they're talented guys. There's no question about that. But they have very specific targets to hit when they land,
Oh, okay.
because they land in different areas of the track.
Okay.
And I've been doing this a long time, like we already talked about, and I haven't seen them miss their mark once.
No doubt.
So they're fun, and the flyover. I'll tell you, for me, that's one of my favorite parts of the weekend. They've used various planes over the years. The bomber this year? I'm not even sure, but that is just a sight to behold anywhere. So that we have the opportunity to see that every year, I think is pretty special too.
Absolutely. So again, if anybody has any interest or inkling at all to get involved in any way, whether you want to work the stands or you want to, I interact with the people. The information booth. Lots of need, and lots of folks can get involved in a lot of different ways. And they've had the Blue Angels, I understand, in years past that flew over. So that's a big deal too.
That's a huge deal, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody that wants to get involved, there's information inside the QR code. But that's primarily if you want to sign up. You can do it easily there, and someone will get back to you. Or you can call the number directly if you want to do.
Yeah, again, the number, it's kind of blocked a little bit. It's 949-922-7949. And Dorina can help you out. And actually live personal call, and hopefully call you back.
Right.
And I mean, it's really an experience, and I know a lot of people, if you get involved, they stay involved. So because it's a phenomenal time and a great group of folks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Long Beach really comes out, and I think the great analogy, which I haven't heard till I did some research for the show, is really it's the Monaco of the United States. I mean, it's right there in the middle of the streets, and they're jamming down those streets. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah, they are. And actually, Long Beach is the longest running street race in the country. 51 years.
And I read
a long time.
I read when they started it, people thought they were nuts.
I can only imagine. I wasn't around at that time. In fact, I didn't even live in Long Beach yet, but I hear the stories, and I just imagine, you have these few guys sitting around having drinks or whatever at their favorite hangout, and one of them has this great idea, this cockamamie scheme, right, to bring a big time race to the city of Long Beach, which at that time was not the glamorous, didn't have the glamorous waterfront like it does today.
When did the
Um,
Queen Mary was the Queen Mary around? Yeah, the Queen Mary. I mean, that was a big deal for Long Beach as well. People thought that was crazy too, but obviously that panned out really well. The
yeah.
history of that is amazing. I've seen a couple documentaries.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so I imagine at the time they did think he was crazy. As it turned out, though, he was right. And it's become a huge international event. In fact, it's the second uh, second most anticipated, and I think attended. Don't hold me to that one, but race in the IndyCar series, right behind the Indy 500. Of course, that's the
Wow,
big dog every year.
sure.
Has been. They've been around even longer, much
Well,
longer.
they've got their own track. We've got it. The streets is our track.
Exactly, exactly.
I
So
mean,
it,
there's
it
more
comes
fences
each
than I've
year
ever seen.
with high anticipation from the fans and, of course, all of us here in Long Beach as well.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be a great race. I think it's going to. They're stepping up. It's going to be a lot more stuff. I know they know the band that's coming to perform. But and it's an amazing, huge, very popular band. But they haven't. They don't want to announce it yet until down
Right,
the road. So
right.
that should be exciting. I know last year it was a big group, and I'm drawing a blank who it was.
Was it? I think it was Foreigner.
It was Foreigner. Yeah, it was Foreigner. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Foreigner.
so they get big names. There's
Yep.
no doubt about that, and it just hasn't been announced yet. But it's a free concert for anyone who has entry to the ticket entry to the race.
Right. The concert's free, and
Right.
obviously, if you're a volunteer, it's free.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the
Good thing.
volunteers, volunteers, and of course the members. We get a box lunch on on Saturday and Sunday. You get, as a volunteer, you get an official volunteer T-shirt. Members, we all wear the red polo shirt like this one. But so we feed you plenty of water, plenty of breaks. You get breaks, of course, throughout the day.
Yep.
Um, the concert is free for you guys too. Now that comes in the evening, so
Yep.
everyone is welcome to go to that. And then at the end of the weekend, we have a party in our Club C300 hospitality area for all the members and volunteers as well, where we feed you, have some cocktails, and live it up a little bit afterward.
For a job well done. Yeah, I've been to a few
Yeah,
events. It's a lot of fun. It's a great, great group of people. The core group is amazing, as obviously you've been involved with for half its existence.
yeah, huh? It's yeah, I have. It's when I think back, it's well, it's like they say, time flies, and it just does. When I think I've been part of this organization for that long, 25 years, even I think, wow, that's that's a long time. I've seen a lot of changes over the years. Met a lot of great people too. I've met some good friends through the committee, and we're still friends today. But there's, I think like any organization with of motivated, passionate people, there's a certain amount of going to be a certain amount of disagreement throughout the year. And we're no different in that regard. But when it comes to this time of year, we all have the same goal, and we all come together and focus to make this thing happen because we have a big job. It's a responsible job, and we take it very seriously. The race is comes live. We get no practice runs, no second take. If we screw up, it's major. So we can't allow that to happen. And fortunately, we have we have good quality people. We do offer training. Well, we have mandatory training a little bit, but uh, before the race, so our new members and volunteers understand what it is we do out there, and we pull it off year after year, and it's exciting.
Great.
It's a lot
Well,
of
is there
fun.
anything else I've missed? Anything else you want to add?
Um, no, I think just uh, come on, come on, like we've already discussed. We're short of members right now. We could use some more passionate people to come and join us and help do the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, number 51.
Number 51. And again, folks, Penske is now the owner of the Long Beach Grand Prix, and that's a big, big deal, as you probably well know. And Acura is a huge sponsor, so you've got some serious firepower behind this now, and it shows because now they're going national with the television and adding a lot more stuff. So if there's ever a time to get involved, this is the year to do it.
I would second
It's
that motion.
big money and a lot of big fun. I mean, with the volunteers, they really treat them well. I mean, there's food, hospitality, and then a party afterward, all included. And of course, you're involved in the race, and you can see it and hear it. And it was fun. I had a blast last year. It was a lot of fun. So again, if you want to get involved, you can hit the QR code there on the screen right there behind Chris, or you can call 949-922-7949. So, Chris, thanks for being on. Look forward to more, and we'll see you at the race.
All right. Thank you, Walt.
Thanks, Chris.